Today's lesson we're going to be talking and referring back to our continuous tenses. So, to be continued. Bum bum bum. So, continuous tense means it's continuing over time, it's not completed. Our perfect continuous tense also means it has not been completed, it's still again continuous. If I want to write my continuous past, I might say, I was walking slowly and I'm nearly home. Here in this example, because I was walking slowly and it is continuous, I'm nearly home. Why walking slowly has created a continuous situation where I was walking and I'm nearly home because of this. However, if I wrote this in the perfect continuous tense, it would be a lot different. Be aware that when we write in the perfect continuous tense, in the past, we will use the auxiliary verbs have and been plus an ing verb. Let's convert this sentence now to the perfect continuous past tense. Here we have the same similar situation. We still have a to be continued moment. Dun, dun, dun. I want you to observe perfect. In the end, even though it is continuous, I had been walking since a certain time. Here we're giving a general idea of how long we were walking. You could even say for hours. I had been walking for hours. Here we're telling a story. We are talking about something that has continued for a long time. I had been walking since 2 p.m. I had been walking for hours, but now I'm home. In the end, we have told the story. We have a completed action. When we use the continuous tense, it is continuing to be continued. It's like watching an episode and watching the next episode and the next episode, and it's still to be continued in a series or in a story. I was walking slowly and I'm nearly home. Whereas here we're saying I had been walking since 2 p.m. but now I'm home. We have a cause and effect here. Because we had been walking since this time, it was continuous, we are now home. Let's observe another sentence where we convert perfect continuous to continuous. I was cooking when you arrived. Let's convert this continuous past tense into a perfect continuous tense. Here we have more of a story again. I was cooking when you arrived. Not as much of a story. I have been cooking for hours when you came into the kitchen. Here we are saying how long we had been cooking. We don't know when we started. We don't know exactly when it was. It was continuous, but now it's over. If I was to be more specific about how long I was cooking in the continuous tense, I would say I was cooking for 30 minutes or something like that. Here, I have to be more specific. Whereas when it comes to the perfect continuous tense, I can play around and just say for hours. I can exaggerate. I can tell a story. I don't have to be specific because here I'm saying I was cooking for 30 minutes. I know exactly when it happened. It's continuous as well. It is not complete. We're still cooking. Whereas here I had been cooking for hours when you came into the kitchen. We don't know actually if we finished. We could still be cooking. But for now, we're going to have to drop it and entertain our guest who has just come into the kitchen. Let's very quickly now look at the present perfect continuous and continuous tenses. I am shopping. I'm still doing it. I have been shopping. I don't know when I started. I don't know when I'm finished. I'm still doing it still. Here we could say I am shopping until 7 p.m. Whereas here I could say I have been shopping since I came into the centre. Here we have to give more context. Here we're more specific. Let's now look at the future tense of the perfect continuous and continuous. Here we have I will be parking my car. In most cases this is a response to a question such as where will you be? I will be parking my car. This tells us specifically. Here we have a to be continued moment. I will be parking my car. To be continued. That is what's going to happen. Although we're being very specific about what and when this will happen. If the question was asked, what will you be doing? I will be parking my car. However, here, if we asked the same question and we used the perfect continuous, what will you be doing? If we use I will have been parking my car, we must also follow it with something we will complete. I will have been parking my car when you are arriving. Here we have a perfect continuous where we have somewhat a completed action after the continuous to be continued moment. Also, we have a story as part of our to be continued moment.